Ginger. I am here with a review. So this will be the first of many reviews of records, CDs, tapes, whatever, that I have in my collection. Some of these, a lot of these, either haven't listened to since I was a wee little kid, or haven't listened to at all. Because most of this, I had a very tiny record collection all on my own compared to what I have now. Most of these are going to be from my dad's collection that he gave me, or my aunt's collection that she gave me. So this will be the first of many reviews from my music collection that include lots of different genres. I mean, lots of different genres. Some of these you may have heard of, some of them you may not have heard of. So this will be the first one. I'm going to review this album called Bloodrock 2. And this is their second album, hence the 2. This is a band out of Fort Worth. This album is actually out of my dad's record collection. So this has 4 tracks on each side. Like I said, this was their second album. And my dad has, I think, 3 of their albums. He has this studio album, and he has 2 live albums. He really liked them a lot, apparently. So I didn't remember having ever listened to them when I was a child. So this is kind of like my very first listen. So I have my notes here. This was a very quintessential early 70s band. It sounded still very psychedelic, I guess, because this was, what year was this? This was copyrighted 1970. So, 1970. It's not strange that it would still sound psychedelic, because we were still having a bit of a hangover from the 60s. The first song I didn't really care for that much. The second song, called Cheater, this is on side 1. The second song on side 1 is called Cheater. I didn't really care for the song until you got to the second half of it. Then it seemed to get more heavy. It was still psychedelic in the lyrics, but the music was starting to get a lot heavier at the same time. Now, the thing that I didn't like, and it's not that I don't like piano in music, because I like Elton John, you know, I like some Billy Joel and things like that. So I like piano. But this was very heavy in keyboards, and when I say keyboards, I mean the organ type keyboard that was kind of popular in the psychedelic time, and then sort of became popular again in the late 70s too. The fourth song on the first side was called Fallen, and it was more of a driving rock song. I didn't mind that one too much. Now on side 2, there was a song, the first song on side 2 is called Children's Heritage, and I liked that one. It was hard, it was more hard driving, but it still had a lot of that organ sound, which I don't really care for. The third song, since I can't apparently do this, the third song on the second side was called DOA. And basically, it was kind of strange, but it was kind of interesting to listen to. It was basically a song from a man's point of view who's basically laying there dying. I can't quite figure out exactly what he was dying from. I don't know if they were in a plane crash or what it was exactly. And I didn't do any research about what the song might be about. This was just my impression of having listened to it. Because it did keep saying that, like, they were flying in the air and they hit something, or it almost sounded like it was a plane crash. And there was a lot of sound of sirens in the background. It had a great guitar solo, and then it slowed down almost like when someone's dying, like it just slowed down till the song ended with sirens. And then the last song was called Fantasy Space Odyssey. I really did like that one a lot. So overall, if you like early 70s rock, you might dig this. Some of it I liked, some of it wasn't my cup of tea. It was still just a tad bit too psychedelic for my taste, but you may enjoy this, so check them out. I'm going to see if I can find anything on them. I do believe that I know there's a Wikipedia page on them. I'll have to look and see if there's a website. I'll have to look and see where you could get their music, and if I can find anything like that, it will be listed down below. The funny thing about it is that if you look, it still has the original cellophane. It's still in the original cellophane. And it still has the price tag on it. My dad paid $4.37 for it in 1970. So, oh, and here's the back of it. The back of it. Little quarts of blood in the old-fashioned, the way they used to have them, in glass containers back in the day. So that's everything for this review. If you enjoy these reviews and want to see more, go ahead and give them a thumbs up. If you haven't already and you'd like to, go ahead and subscribe so that you can come back and sit for a spell. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.